Now, the next topic is document management. As I mentioned, Essentials is a, and a very efficient record keeping tool, which boils down to the ability of managing documents within the system. So what does it do? It helps users to store and organize documents. You can manage permissions to the folders. So let's say you have 5 folders and you do not want certain user accounts to or certain roles to make changes to certain folder structures, or you do not want them to even view that folder structure. You can define all of that in the folder structures. At any point you want to retrieve documents using document search, you can do that. And when you are uploading versions of documents, you are checking in, checking out. If you have different checkouts and check-ins happening to those documents, multiple versions can be maintained in your document history. You can check these different versions and download any version you want. So that way, it's an efficient document management tool. So what it does, acts as a centralized repository with unlimited and consistent storage. There is no storage limit. It's just that when you upload a document, you can set the size of that individual file that you're uploading. You don't want users to upload gigabytes worth of documents in one go, right? So if you want one file restriction, you can keep it as 10 MB or 100 MB. Based on that, you can upload any number of files as long as a single file size is not more than 100 MB. You can set that as well as administrators. That's point number one. Second point is templates. Like I showed you, when I created the project, I applied a folder structure called road projects. Based on that, a series of folders got created. Using the different folders, you can organize your content logically and hierarchically. You can have subfolders within those as well. When you have subfolders, you're basically maintaining the documents in a hierarchical manner. So that's what it means. The third bullet point is metadata. That is what I highlighted in the previous topic. When you are uploading a document, you need to enter as much information as possible about the document so that few months later, when somebody is searching for that document, if you have enough data provided to them, they will be able to search for that document easily and quickly. Permissions, every document can be assigned, every folder structure can be assigned permissions so that when there are very sensitive documents, let's say budget or funds related document uploaded and certain folder structures. And if you are working as an owner and you do not want contractors to have access to those folder structures, the contractor rule can be designed in such a way that the folder structure doesn't have any, sorry, the contractor role doesn't have any permission to open that folder structure or open the folder within the folder structure. You can set up all those permissions as well. So that is what you can do in document management. So when you are defining a folder structure, defining the properties and assign the permissions to the properties, all of it is, we can do it in library by administrators. Once they do that, when a project manager is creating a project, they can assign the folder structures to the project. That is what I did when I created the project. And they can assign the document property as well. That is also something that I did. Once they did all that, they can start managing documents within the projects. So when I say document management, there are various things that they can do. They can store and organize the documents. They can manage permissions within the project as well. They can retrieve documents whenever they want to by downloading them. It will download in their local machine. They can manage different versions, check-in, check-out concept, like in any VSTS. You can annotate your document by multiple users. When I say annotation, let's say you have a base document which you have uploaded, and you have there are multiple users who are logging into the system. They're seeing the document, and they do not want to edit the base document, but they want to add annotations to it. Essentials help you add annotations. Different users can add annotations to a single document, and one user can consolidate all of that into one document, and that can be a consolidated annotated document. That will not impact your base document that you uploaded. At any time, you can download the base document as is, or any version of these annotated documents as well. That is another capability that Essentials provides. You can also digitally authorize documents. This is a functionality that we provide, but you need to have, as customers, you need to have DocuSign features enabled so that if required, Essentials can help you digitally sign the documents as well. You can kind of streamline that. So you can determine who can approve the document. It's like a wet signature. So that as the system sends these records to different stages, that is kind of an approval process in itself. In addition, if they want to sign it, they can always download the version, sign it, re-upload that as well. DocuSign, if you are not using it, that's a feature that is optional. If you're not using it, that is fine. We can still consider and use the rest of the facilities that document management provides. Let me go back to the system and I will demonstrate all of that. So let me see the project that already has documents. So I will start with those. Cover Street is what I wanted to see. I go to recent projects. So as you see, I created a document, create project recently. So that is right on top. Before this, I opened the Cover Street, and that is what is shown at the next in the order. So when I open that project, so what I see is the project's dashboard. And inside documents, we have the folder structure. When I click professional selection, this is one of the folder structures, folder in the structure. And I see a series of documents uploaded here. And you'd see the extension, which indicates that it is a PNG file or a PDF file or a docs file. Even if I have to upload a drawing file, that can also be done. So you see there are permissions specific to this. So the lock indicator indicates that this particular folder has some permissions assigned to it. That means only certain roles can access this particular folder. In this case, there is a DWG file, drawing file uploaded here. And I'll show you how I can do all of that. So in this list page, I click new. When I click new, I have the option to upload a document. So I can create, say, title is import log for design, right? I just provided a title and I select file and I select the import log and I click OK. This is an Excel file. I have it here. In addition, if I want to provide a document type, training type, I have done that. And all of this I click upload here. It gives me a success warning saying that success notification saying that the file is uploaded successfully. This is the file that I've uploaded. It's an XLS file. If I want to view this file, I click view. It will open in the document viewer. This is an Excel file. If the viewer supports, it will show you this is actually a template, an Excel template with columns of all the values. If I upload a PDF file, the PDF version of that file will be listed here. Now let me upload a drawing file. The question that you asked, how will I be able to view a drawing file? I upload a drawing file. I click new. .3D drawing file. I select the file. I open it. This is the file. And document type, it's a design document. If I have that option, I can pick it here. Otherwise, I'll just ignore this. I click upload. It's a drawing file. It takes a few seconds to upload. It is uploaded. And once it is uploaded, it goes back to the list page. And the DWG file is processing right now because we have a document viewer for drawing files that is processing this information. It will take few extra seconds. And once it is processed, it will say that the file view status is ready. Once it is ready, I can select that record and view and show you how Essentials helps you view three-dimensional images as well. Okay. While it gets loaded, I will talk about the rest of the controls here. So I showed you how to upload a document, how to view a document. At any point, if you want to delete a record, you can select it and click delete, it will go off, right? And the most common things that people use is under the document grouping. At any point, if I want to archive a series of documents, I can archive that. When I click archive, a folder will get created called archive, and all the files that I have archived it will start getting listed here. Okay. And you cannot send the archived file back to the original folder structure though, because the whole point of being archive is that, right? So that way you have archived it and it goes to the archive folder structure. That is archive. At any point I want to download a file, I select it and click download. It will get downloaded in my local machine. And you can also have comments added to a particular document. And when I click comment log, it will open the comment log section where I can provide any comments about. I click add. if I want to add a comment saying that this Excel sheet is clumsy, please add a PDF version of the same. Doing this, and I save this record. So the next time if somebody comes here, they want to provide their response, I click this, select this, I edit this, I go to response, I type it in, PDF version is getting ready, it will be uploaded by file 8. I'm just providing this information and saving it. So that way the comment log for that record is there. At any point I want to view a report of the comment log, I click comment log report. The comments that I have entered are listed in a report format here. Okay. So this is how you will be able to see the list of comments that are provided by people, users for a particular document. Response, who responded, when did they respond, all of that will be listed in this report. Okay, that is one comment log option. Okay, now we have the 3D file processed fully and it is ready. Let me view this record and see if it is able to pull the 3-dimensional version of this file. We have Autodesk Forge Viewer, which is now uploading, helping us view the file. Right now it is opening in a 2D format. If I want to change the view, I click Document Browser and I have a 3D view. When I click 3D view, the file will load in a 3-dimensional version. So I can see any model in a 3-dimensional version. And there are controls that I can use to make, um, these are different controls that you can use to further enhance the visuals that you want to see in the documents. So this is the document viewer. You can upload a 3-dimensional image as well as the PDF version. And as I was telling you, if I am exporting a file, or this is version history, right? So if you have multiple versions, you have checked out, checked it back in. If you keep doing that, there might be multiple versions of the same document available in version history. At any point, if you have multiple versions, I select this record and I click version history. Right now, there is no data to display because we have not checked it out and checked back in. There's only one version here. And if I want to download that one version, I can do so. If I had multiple versions of this same document, checked out, checked back in, that information of these different versions will be there. At any point, if I want to pick one version and download that, I will be able to do that as well. On the right extreme, you see annotations. What does this indicate? If I had added any annotation for any of these records, I select this and I click annotations. Annotation will come. When I click new, the document is loaded. So in this case, I want to add an annotated option here, right? So I go here and I start adding controls here. So I have added some control here. Instead of this control, if I want to just point saying that anything you want to add, you can do so. And if I want to provide a call out with the text, I can do all of this control. All of this I can do so. This column is not accurate. I'm just giving these 3 different annotations, right? I save this record. Once I save it, I have an annotation listed here. So this annotation, if I want to view my annotation, I click view. I see the 3 annotations that I have added in this form. Okay. Likewise, different users can annotate the same document and they will all appear in this. Once I select the record and click annotation on the list page, who created it will also be there. Let's say 4 or 5 people have annotated the same document. I can select all of this and click consolidate. There will be a consolidated annotation version, which combines the consolidated annotations done by different users for the same document. So that consolidated output can be used for us to do a review and update the base version if at all we want to. The only difference between annotating a regular file and a drawing file is an annotation on a regular file means anybody who views the record, they're viewing the same information in a same format. But if I'm viewing a 3D file, and then I am adding an annotation. The moment I click annotations for a 3D file, it will take a picture of the particular angle in which I am viewing. Let's say I was viewing that living room section. I had viewed it in a particular angle. And then I click annotation, that angle will be taken as a screenshot. In that screenshot, I'm adding annotation. Let's say you are viewing the same image, but you have viewed it in a different angle. And then when you try to add annotation, that particular angled screenshot is what is taken on which the annotation is added. So that way, consolidation is not possible because every user has viewed it in different way and provided comments. So for drawing files, consolidation annotation is not possible. For other file types, annotation consolidation is possible. That's what something I wanted to highlight. And document operations, like I mentioned, we have our mobile version of the same application. So if any of these documents you want to view offline as well, you can mark those files as offline so that anytime the mobile device is synced to the network, these files will get downloaded to the mobile cache memory. So when you are using the mobile device without internet connection and you want to view these documents, the system will let you open these documents. If you have not marked any of these documents for offline view, you will see that these files are available, but you cannot open them because they are not marked for offline. So that is the difference between these two. So these are some things that I wanted to talk about related to document management. Like I told you, you can create your new folders as well under design. If I want to create a newer folder, I can create it, inherent parent permissions. I can do all of that. A subfolder will get created under design. And if I want to edit the name of the folder, I can do that. I can delete a folder. All of this will be applicable only to this project. The folder structure that we had created in the library will not get impacted of whatever I'm changing within a project. This is what I wanted to talk about when it comes to document management. So this is the folder structure and property based on which you can upload documents and manage all of it. When you go to document search, when I go to document search, or even here, there is a document search that you can use. You have a document search here. So anywhere you are in, when you go to document search, you have two options. One is to search documents and search attachments. All the things we uploaded in the folder structure will appear when you search for it under documents tab. All the things that you have attached within these individual forms will appear when you search for those under the attachments tab. So that's a quick summary of document search after we talked about the whole of document management in general.